An extremely warm welcome to all of you to the Hospital Podcast with myself, London Electricity. For the Train Spotters, this is episode 328. And this issue is all about this man, Keeno. His new EP is coming out on Med School. The EP release date is April the 7th. This track, Enigma, is out today. The EP is called Music for Orchestra, Drums and Bass. Also coming up, we will give you a world exclusive preview from the forthcoming Hugh Hardy debut album on Hospital. And we'll take a look at our new compilation, Fast Running Music. But here is Keeno. Do have a look at the artwork for this EP. The artwork is brilliant. It's a kind of quasi mid-century modern, non-such tone to stereo, contemporary classical artwork. It's absolutely wicked. Trick Art has smashed it. This EP will be coming out on vinyl, 12-inch, 33 RPM. There are 4 tracks on the EP. They're all brilliant, including Shelter from the Storm featuring Rao from Enter Shikari on vocals. Incoming, brand new music from Seba, working with Julia Vallo on the Focus Recordings label. This is a cut called Second Path. Now, if you like commenting on the podcast and you like to get your shouts sent in and read out on the podcast, we're taking notice of what you've been asking for a little while, which is we should put the podcast on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So we're going to be doing that probably from this weekend onwards. So please comment on the YouTube version, and the most interesting and original comments may possibly be read out as shouts. I know there'll be a load of them. shout in from Sam Smith, who says, "Hi Tony, this is Sam. I'm from Margaret River in WA. Can I please have a shout out on your next podcast to my dad, who passed away 8 years ago from motor neurone disease. I miss him every day. I love you, Dad." Big up, Sam. And a shout from Ewan McLeod, who says, "Hi Tony and the rest of the hospital family. I'm currently in Austria on a ski trip with a friend. Before leaving, I made a point of purchasing the Hospital We Are 21 album, which I have to say is a sheer delight. From melodic cruising runs to dirty hard ones, it makes the perfect soundtrack to the holiday. Shout out to my friend Ross, if this somehow makes the podcast, it did. And big ups to you and the crew for all your hard work. Peace and love, Ewan from Edinburgh." And we are celebrating the fact that we are 21 years old for the whole year. Our epic release, We Are 21, is out now. If you haven't investigated it, your ears deserve you to. Also out now is Fredvin Graphics' Hurricanes, the first track from their third album. The London Electricity Big Band Live in the Park album, that's out right now. And I will be bringing the London Electricity Big Band back to Hospitality in the Park 2017 in September. We're going to learn a whole load of new London Electricity tunes, some classics. So we'll be bringing a different show, an enlarged show and a longer show as well. Also out now is the amazing Spy and Bobby Tank remixes of Metric We Got It featuring Rothwell. And available for pre-order is an album I'll be dipping into a little bit later. It's called Fast Running Music, and it's something that you have been asking for ages. And it is a double mixed, specifically designed for running and workouts. So we'll go into that later. Okay, these haunting tones coming in now are from a collaboration between Arkaik, Amoss and Fearful, appropriately titled Collective Consciousness, and it is coming soon on the Flex Out label. Now, some of you hopefully will be quite pleased to know that we are bringing back the demo cast. It's been absent for a couple of years, but our man Matthias is tirelessly, see what I did there, going through all the demos that are coming in. It's an important thing for our A&R because we do sign tracks from our demo inbox. If you have demos that you want to send to us, we have an extremely neat new way of doing it. We have our own page. So all you do is you go to hospitalrecords.com, scroll down to the bottom, and you'll find a little link to demos. In fact, I'll do it now and I'll read you out the link. Hold tight. Okay, so I've gone to the hospital homepage and scrolled down to the bottom and clicked on demos. And what's the address? It's hospitalrecords.com/demos. And you can upload MP3s. It tells you what to do, easy to follow instructions. They will all be listened to by the amazing Matthias, who is our new A&R star on our squad. And he will shortlist, and I will hear the shortlisted ones, and so will Mullet. And if they're brilliant, so will everyone else, and they possibly get signed. As well as the possibility of getting signed, they may well be broadcast on a Hospital Records demo cast, so the whole world will hear them. Historically, a lot of the tunes that we did put on demo cast used to get signed by other labels, so it's a really good resource for everybody. But crucially, it lets you know what really good unknown producers are making, and believe me, some of the music is brilliant. And this is a shout out that may be without a name. Let's see. I'm a long time listener, first time caller here, but this isn't about me. This is about my sister, who is a huge hospital med school fan, a super awesome do-gooder, and is as mad as a hatter. Having already done her bit for the homeless, been helping disadvantaged children in India and refugees in Lesvos, all in the last 6 months, she has agreed to run the London Marathon for Amnesty International this year. As part of her fundraising, she's come up with the genius concept of putting herself out there as a runogram. What is a runogram? Well, she's going to be the London Runogram. She's got a website so that you can make a donation in return for her delivering a message to someone for you in London. What's more, these messages will be delivered on one-of-a-kind postcard-sized artworks by some very talented artists and illustrators. This sounds wicked. And in delivering these messages around London, she gets to do some training as well. It's genius. If there's any chance you can give her a shout on the podcast, you got it. That would be totes awesome blood. Okay, if you or anyone you know or your fantastic listeners want to make a donation or order a London Runogram, then visit www.shout.org. Now it's spelled SHHHOUT.org. That's one of the best ideas I've heard in a long time. I love that. Will she run all the way to Forest Hill? Now, I get totes excited every time I see new music from Current Value because I think they're brilliant. Here is Current Value, a tune called Electrify on the also brilliant Blackout label. Now, if you are someone who listens to their D&B on Radio 1, or if you're a Metric follower or you just love good music, you should check out Metric's Radio 1 show. It's on the iPlayer. Just search Metric with a K. His latest episode of his residency features Camo and Crooked in the studio in the mix. So big up Tom Metric, big up Radio 1, and big up Riney and Marcus, Camo and Crooked. We are family. What is this? This can only be one person. This is definitely Bop. It is Bop. This is from the Not Your Cup of Tea EP on Med School and Microfunk. This is called So Unloved.
And of course, we are bringing the debut Med School Festival tent into existence at Hospitality in the Park. We have announced all of the stages and tents for this event. Amongst the many tents taking place will be obviously the big Hospitality tent and stage with live acts including the London Electricity Big Band. There'll be a Let It Roll stage takeover, a Med School stage takeover, a Fabric Live, first ever festival appearance from Fabric Live. Will have their own tent, their own stage, and also the massive jump up brand from Europe, Invaders. That will also be coming. So there's more too. I think there's about 7 or 8 stages altogether. Check out online, hospitalitydnb.com. Now this is brilliant. This is Proxima. A tune called Outworld. Soon come on Noise's Vision label. And Paul from Durham says, please can I have a shout to my wife Tracy. We've recently emigrated to New Zealand, and as regulars to London hospitality events from the Matter Building 6 to Brixton days, we will miss this more than anything when it comes to London nightlife. That being said, we made it to see Shapeshifter perform live in a vineyard at the end of December. That is so nice, because that is really hot in New Zealand in December. And I'm looking forward to attending one of the Med School events in April. That's right, because Med School is touring Australia and New Zealand in April. Heatherwood and Keeno and Royalston in effect. That being said, oh yeah, it's also handy to see you guys ship to New Zealand, so expect a big merchandise order soon, so that we can continue to represent here on the other side of the world. One fella who recognised the iconic H tried to offer me a free round of drinks as payment for my hospitality in the park t-shirt I was wearing the other day. Thanks to all the team for the work that goes into all things hospital and med school, and keep up the good work on the podcast. Looking forward to future New Zealand hospitality nights. All the best, Paul and Tracy from Durham. Well, you are in one of the most desirable parts of the entire world, and I've heard it from people who live in New Zealand that it's currently being invaded by extremely rich Americans, because they actually believe that America might get nuked as a result of the current administration. This is not a joke. There is an influx of Silicon Valley billionaires into New Zealand, and it is driving up New Zealand property prices, which is causing quite a few problems locally. Okay, here's the world exclusive that I promised you earlier, from the forthcoming debut album by Hugh Hardy on Hospital Records. This track is called Emerald City. It's so exclusive I can't even give you the release date. Come on, Hugh. Massive shout out to you, mate. A lot of people have been waiting for this. The debut album by Hugh Hardy. Right here on Hospital Records. And this Saturday, Hospitality comes to Berlin in Germany at the Gretchen Club, one of my favourite clubs in the world. A really, really special lineup. LTJ Bookham, Spy, Etherwood, Survey, Andy, MC Mace, MC Jamie White. It's the last chance for tickets. They've almost gone. HospitalityDNB.com for all information and ticketing. More hospitality dates for you. Bulgaria 1st of April, Zurich 16th of April, Slovakia 22nd of April, We Are Festival in the UK in Essex 28th of May, Stand and Calling 27th to 30th of July, the Maid Festival in Birmingham on the 29th of July, Let It Roll on the 3rd of August, Mystery Land on the 27th of August, Med School events. We have the return of the amazing London residency, which is at the Bridge on the 26th of May 2017. The last one was absolutely brilliant. This one features myself, London Electricity, doing an exclusive Med School set, New Tone back to back with Keeno, Ulterior Motive, Kimmy Law live, Anile, Winey, Tim Parker, Mullet, Ghost, MCs Ruthless and Inja. Okay, so if you go and look at hospitalrecords.com, you'll see a lovely banner on the front page or in the shop for our forthcoming compilation. It's the new addition to the Fast series. We've had fast soul music, fast warehouse music, fast jungle music. Now, very much due to popular demand, we have fast running music. Loads of you have been asking about this, particularly saying that you use our hospitality mixes or the podcast to accompany you jogging or running or cycling or whatever. So there it is, fast running music, and what a good idea it turned out to be. It's been the most fun we've had putting this together. This is Piano Anthem by Sonic, part of the Fast Music album. It's a double CD, double mix, double digital package. At least 2 hours of music, probably more. And that's mixed. Unmixed, it'll be about 3 or 4 hours. That's probably enough for a half marathon, I reckon. If you're really fast, that might even be enough for a marathon. Let's do this. Let's listen to some fast running music. And this, of course, features the amazing, matchless vocal talents of Diane Charlemagne. We miss you so much, Diane, but you will be with us forever. This is the sound of Void, and it is by Black Barrel, which I have to admit, at first glance, I thought was a kind of cheese, because you get Black Bomber, you get Cracker Barrel, but it's not. It's a new artist. Releasing on Ant TC's Dispatch label. Yes, Ant, big shout. I think it's time for me to give a shout out to my new dog. We've been talking about it for years in the Coleman household. We have finally got a dog. It's a black Labradoodle. It's about 13 weeks old right now. And he is amazing, actually. He does the things that I remember my puppy when I was 7 years old doing. Alternately running around in circles, chasing his own tail, going absolutely bonkers, and then collapsing in a heap and sleeping for about 15 hours. He's kind of showing me the way that I'd actually like to live my life, doing exactly that. But he is wonderful, he is a ray of sunshine. So yes, massive shout out to the bonkers Coleman dog. Incoming brand new music from a brand new artist, HVNT. I thought it was Hunt, but it's not, it's HVNT. And this is the intriguingly titled Untitled 5. And this is the Fruit remix. It hasn't got a label. I don't even know if it's going to be released or not, but it's very good. As well as returning to our London residency on the 26th of May at the Bridge, Mezcal is also coming to Kiev in Atlas this weekend, the 25th of March. Keeno, BC, Anna Bop, Derek and Tonica, Sunchase and MC Ruthless. And the Med School Australia New Zealand tour runs from the 7th and 16th of April and features Etherwood, Keeno and Royalston, stopping off in Auckland, Christchurch, Sydney, Adelaide, Perth and Melbourne. Don't forget, you can check this podcast on YouTube. It'll probably be up by about Saturday, maybe Monday, I don't know. Apparently the encoding takes a while. And you can comment on there. The best comments, not necessarily the nicest ones, by the way, but the best ones, I will read out. So if you want your comments to be read out, make it interesting and original, not just like, yeah, big shout, I love your podcast. But that's nice, I love that, but something we haven't heard before. Okay, incoming fast running music of the Danny Byrd variety. Massive shout to Danny. He was in the hospital studio yesterday collaborating with an artist I can't tell you about yet. Safe to say there will be some brand new Danny Byrd music coming out this year. First releases since 2013. We cannot wait. This is Weird Science. Go on, Danny. More fast soul music, more fast running music coming up very quickly. This is brand new music from Mark System. It's called Dissolve and it's on the Exit label. And some of you may not know, but Mark System used to be an MC. And I think he was the second MC ever to MC at Hospitality, when we only did our night at Herbal, which was a little East London club that's closed now. I think it's now a hostel. We didn't have MCs for a while. I think the first MC was Script, who came down with the jungle drummer. Jungle played live jungle drums and Script MC'd whilst I DJ'd. And I think Mark System was the second MC to ever appear. He was a very fine MC. He is a very fine producer. I like this track. It's developing really nicely. A few shouts over on Instagram. Get your fix from Perth. Says Tony, I have a dilemma on my birthday next week. Do I stay at Metro's Perth all night and dance to Shapeshifter, or do I stay for a bit and then head 5 minutes down the road to see your boy Metric play? So many dilemmas. Well, nice problems to have. I suggest you get the timing right, talk to the promoters, and I imagine they won't have put the two acts on at the same time as each other, unless they're really aggressive, in which case they might have done, but hopefully they won't be, in which case you can go to both. Incoming. Some more fast running music, this time from Boris aka Netsky, from the Netsky 2 album Give and Take. On your marks, get set, go! completely, fully motivational music to run to. Fast running music. Out soon on Hospital. And a shout going out to Dulinsky. It's his birthday weekend this year. Also shout to Mike Cole and American Chris. And Dulinsky says, congrats on 21 years. The album is spectacular. The official Shauno wants to shout out to his 2-year-old Cooper, his wife Jamie, and their next little one who is due in October. Massive congratulations from all of us here at Hospital. Big love. Ash Clemens is listening to a podcast whilst watching a little video I posted on Instagram of me recording the podcast. He said, is this podcastception? It may well be. Stecco Dat, yes mate. He said, yes comrade, just caught up on the last one this morning. And a shout going out to Roy J72. Also from Fast Running Music, incoming. It's a tune, actually it's a tune about something that you really don't want to do while you're running. This is by Logistics. And it's called The Trip.
Let me take you on a trip.
And you don't really want to do either kind of tripping while you're running, let's face it. The Loggy 6 is in the house. Loggy socks, Loggy sticks. It's Logistics, it's Matt Gresham. I think I'm going to give you a movie review. I don't often do that, but I'm driven to do this. I saw Passenger. It's a new science fiction movie. I love sci-fi. And Passenger stars Michael Sheen as a robot waiter behind a bar. Well, barman really. He's all good, you know, it's a massive nod to the barman in The Shining. But, you know, and it's got Jennifer Lawrence in it, and it's got a bloke, I can't remember his name. So what's the film like? Well, obviously it had a very big budget. I have to say, it's probably the single most derivative and least ambitious science fiction movie I have ever seen in my life, with potentially the poorest soundtrack. Insipid, doesn't even begin to describe the music. So the film, it doesn't just pay homage to it deeply insults movies like 2001 The Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick, movies like Alien. I mean, it insults every film that it pays homage to. It's a worthless piece of rubbish. Do not waste your money. It's not even worth your time watching it on Netflix, because it will probably end up there very quickly as it bombs in the cinema. And I love sci-fi with a passion.
And the way you make me
We've come to our last track now on this episode of the Hospital Podcast. This is Abstract Elements, working with Electrosoul system on Bop's amazing microfunk label. This is called Delirium. Couple of late shouts in on Instagram. Cupid Stunt says, can I get a massive shout out to the Outlaw Promotions team? I'll be heading down to play my first ever live set, and I'm bringing a load of hospital vibes to play out. And Yarek Zaranek says, finally I'm on time. So much love and respect to you, Tony, and to the hospital crew from Estonia. We have so many D&B lovers here. Can't wait to see you again in my hometown, Tartu Club Illusion. Yes, I can't wait to come back next year, I hope, if they'll have me. Over on Facebook, Jasper Crap has written in to say, can you tell us more about your podcast at Hospitality in the Dock? How will we attend it? I think you said there's only going to be room for about 50 people. Well, that's what the Joshua Tree, who runs our events, tells me. He tells me it's a very, very funky, very small space. I actually haven't seen the space myself yet. Don't worry, we'll have signs up, and I will let you know on the podcast before the doc where exactly I'm going to be and what time it will be. It's at some point in the afternoon. I know the whole event is, but this is kind of a bit earlier. And Dan Bainbridge says, hey Grandmaster what? Can I get a shout out on the podcast for my history A-level class and our legendary teacher, the MC Honey Trap himself? Okay, keep an eye out for his new mixtape coming soon. Just know he's gonna go in, okay, one of these. He's gonna go in hard with his bars on British politics during the 20th century. Okay, like that. That's good. It'd be interesting for an MC to be kind of like historical in their lyrical content. I'd like that. Yes, great music being written and produced and released in Russia. A very nice counterpoint to all the other rubbish that's going on in Russia at the moment. Yes, I know it's not just Russia. My own country has a lot to answer for at the moment. Our politics are in a complete mess. America's politics are in a total mess. Massive shout out to the Dutch for not electing a far-right party. Very sensible nation, produces brilliant drum and bass. So yes, well done, the Netherlands. Showing the way. I'm London Electricity, I'm out of here. This has been Hospital Podcast 328. You have been the listener. See you later.